back, Hobby Maniacs. It's Monday, and that means news. It is February 16th, and I hope everybody had a good Valentine's Day over the weekend. If you did not pay attention to the wargaming scene, well, not too much crazy stuff happened, and you know, real life happenings, being Valentine's Day and all, so you didn't miss anything there. Saw some Harlequin rumors and stuff come out. We had the Warlord traits, the remaining characters, and some formations look to be spoiled now. Also, some stores are saying they might not have their codexes. From other retailers, Privateer Press put out some stuff from the new releases for March. We got a new all-in-one box for Kador, it looked like. A couple of other releases looking really good. Not too much happening on Fantasy Flight scene, but we did hear that some more X-Wing ships should be available shortly. If you play X-Wing and you're having a hard time finding those ships, your local retailers or the Fantasy Flight store themselves might have them in stock here in the next week or two. Looks like a big shipment came across, but definitely don't wait, because those things dry up pretty quick, in case you haven't already figured that out. On the home front here at the studio, first of all, I'd like to thank all of our new supporters over on Patreon. We had a ton of support come through last week. Lots of people really showing how much they care about the hobby features and tutorials we do over here. You know, it's really nice to see. I cannot thank you guys enough. So without further ado, I owe some shout outs. First of all, Adam, thank you. Justin J. True, thank you. Keegan, thank you. Arch, thank you. Aaron, thank you. And Susan, thank you very much. And actually, Susan and Dave sent me this really sweet shirt here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's of course a cat shirt, because well, that's my thing. And it's Lion-O from the Thundercats sitting on a Iron Throne from Game of Thrones, and the Iron Throne's actually made out of cats, you know, orange tabby cats, and they got the little tails in the air, and that's really cool. And at the bottom it says Game of Ho, because, you know, Thundercats. I thought it was cute. But anyway, so I'm definitely going to be rocking this at Adepticon, and probably the Forge Narrative Seasonal, which is in 2 weeks. So if you haven't, if you live on the East Coast here in the U.S. and you like competitive wargaming, definitely you might want to check that out. All the details are up on the Forge Narrative Facebook page. And speaking of Forge Narrative, we have a weekly webcast as well that we do on Monday nights, which is tonight, at 10 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you check that out. You know, we mostly talk about, you know, wargaming stuff. Occasionally we get off on tangents and sidetracks. Not that I ever am guilty of such a thing on here at all, but that being said, definitely check it out. We also had one supporter on Patreon said he wanted to see more cats in my videos. I apologize, there has not been a lot of cats in the videos, but we'll get some cats on the videos right now. That was Sarah, and she's a sweetheart. She's a little sensitive about her weight, so don't bring it up with her. But, like I said, she's a sweetheart, and I could not find any other cats, because when you want them around, they're never around, and when you don't want them around, well, they're usually, you know, down on the floor while I'm recording, messing with things, or, you know, making noise. But anyways, I love them. They're great. If you don't have cats, you should get one. On to the news and rumors. Like I said, Harlequins. They seem to be a little overpowered, in case you haven't heard. Let's take a closer look. So they've got the psychic chart. They got their own psychic chart. It's called Phantasm Menace. I don't know how to say this word, but you get the idea. So it's the full 6 and then a Primaris. The Primaris is Veil of Tears, which was the old Shadow Seer power, or I guess ability. And it kind of works the same. You know, if you can't, it's a Warp Charge 1, and if you cannot see the Shadow Seer or his unit unless you roll a d6 times 2. So kind of like how it used to work, but it's very interesting that it's super easy to get. So I'm sure, you know, a lot of people were like, how are we supposed to deliver these guys? Well, that's definitely one good way. Then you've got something called Dance of Shadows, which is a Warp Charge 1 that gives a single friendly unit within 18 Stealth and Shrouded special roll, which is really good. We were waiting for that one as well. So I think If you can get these 2 powers off, which are Warp Charge 1, you know, your stuff's gonna have a chance to get there on the tabletop. Then there's this really curious one. I'm not gonna read them all to you because you can definitely check this out on the Spiky Bits forum. Head over there. It's forum.spikybits.com, or you can check the blog. I'm sure it's all over. Whatever your favorite blog and or resources on the web, it's probably on there. Fog of Dreams. It's a malediction with a 24-inch range. While the power is in effect, the target unit can only fire snapshots, and when rolling to hit in close combat, will only hit on 2 hit rolls of a 6. So it's kind of like a reverse invisibility almost, right? Same range, pretty much reads the same, except for it's a detraction instead of a benefit. Whereas you give something invisibility to make it survive, you almost give this to them to slow them down and make them more susceptible to enemy attacks. So that is the new psychic powers. Well, not all of them, but like I said, you can get them somewhere else. They're out of here. Then we've got the new war gear, the Enigmas of the Black Library, which very interesting stuff in here. There's a bunch. These look like leaked digital scans from some sort of digital EPUB or something. But regardless, there's a hallucinogen grenade launcher, which was really big back in the journal rules. It's not quite as good now. It does affect a random model with no armor save or cover save allowed. So bring your D8s, your D6s, your D10s to the tabletop to get that random roll for a model in there, because trying to figure out 10 models with a D6, it just gets all complicated. I don't like doing it. So just go get one of those dice boxes, D&D dice box, and it gets you like a D everything, and that's all you need, right? Shrieker Cannon is back, and the Death Chester has it apparently. It's an Assault 1 with the Bile Explosive, Blade Storm, Pinning, and Poison 2-up rule. It's only Strength 2, but with Poison 2+, you don't really have to worry about that. It's AP 5, but the Bile Explosive, if you kill something with it, which remember it is Blade Storm, then you put the small blast template on them, and anything around it is affected Strength, or underneath the template, Strength 5, AP 4. So it gets a little stronger, curiously. I kind of like it. Webway Walker. Now this is a super tactical piece of war gear here. Before deployment, select up to D3 units in your Warlord's detachment. Each unit has one of the special rules: Deep Strike, Infiltrate, or Scout. Each unit may select a different special rule. That one's pretty good. I am definitely going to see a lot of that in games if I'm not running it myself. Being able to infiltrate those guys up or scout them before the game starts is super good. Then there's a pistol weapon that takes on the shots of the attack characteristic of the model that has it. However, you can't give it to the Solitaire because he's just a straight ninja, and that would be silly. Then there's the Mask of Secrets, which I thought was pretty neat. Enemy models within 12 of the bearer suffer -2 to their leadership. So that's pretty good, actually. And you combo that with the Death Chester special rule, which we're going to talk about here in a second. Now you're talking some serious negatives to leadership, and it gets a little hectic, so to speak. The Story Sword is just a kind of an interesting piece of +1 strength, AP 3. You can only give it to the Troop Master, but make sure you read the fine print on these, because certain things only work with certain characters. And it seems to be all about putting characters with your Harlequin troops, because you can take 7 elite slots. So that's kind of interesting there. Then let's get to, before we get to the formations, I just want to emphasize just how kind of bananas some of these character special rules are. So you've got the Death Chester and the Shadow Seer that we haven't seen yet. They're pointed up around the same points as the Space Marine Librarian. Very affordable and easy to take in large numbers, in my opinion. Now, he has a special rule called La Morta non basta. Sorry if it's Italian. I can't read Italian. I'm sorry. I can barely speak English as it is. But apparently what that is called is, in English, death is not enough. So straight out of a James Bond film. And what it does is you have to take a check, like a normal morale check, but it's -2 to leadership. So now you're talking -4 if you combo it with a Mask of Secrets, right? If they fail it, the Harlequin player chooses the direction of the fallback move for the unit. So you can combo that with a lot of different things, and I think it's pretty neat. And that is just, from the Shrieker Cannon that the Death Chester is rocking. So both the Death Chester and the Shadow Seer rather are, they're pretty average as far as Eldar goes. Strength and toughness. You got a good, nice high weapon skill, ballistic skill. Save, there isn't a save, so I don't know what that's about. Hopefully there's some sort of war gear cover save or some sort of ninja ability that they are probably going to have. Again, it's in Italian, so we don't have the full translation of these guys yet, but like I said, we're only a week out from the book. We know they're good. Everybody's going to be looking at them. We will see them shortly. So now, let's take a look at these formations. Supposedly there's 6 formations. It's either in the book or a supplement, we're not sure, maybe the White Dwarf, hard to say yet. But here's the deal. There is, these are easy to take. Like, as far as, I'm not going to go into what all the restrictions are because we just don't have time on this video. But you can check them out. Like I said, they're on the forum, they're on most blogs, everywhere. They're everywhere. Let's just talk about a few of them. So, the first one is really good. It's called Crescendo. And what it does is all units in this formation with the fleet special rule can run and charge in the same turn. Run and charge in the same turn. Okay. Yes, I want that. The second one is super easy to get too. A lot of these, restrictions to give you these awesome command benefits are super easy to take. This one's 3 troops, 2 units of Sky Weavers, and 3 Star Weavers, 1 unit of Void Weavers. So I can see a lot of people taking that on the tabletop, right? The Aerial Walk. 1 troop from this formation can use this hit and run to embark on a for free in a Star Weaver in this formation. So it can get back into transport using a hit and run. Hit and run's a consolidation after combat, so now you get to embark, so it almost makes it totally worth doing if you can get out and you can get that good roll. If you can get out of combat, you're going to do it during your phase, because if you don't want to stay locked in, because a lot of times you don't want to fall back because then you're going to get assaulted, but if you can fall back, embark into a transport that's more survivable, assuming that they'll be able to bail out if it blows up, that's pretty tactical. Or, you can just do the conventional thing and just kind of do it during what's going to be your opponent's combat, because then the next turn is you're going to go. So you're going to bounce out, charge back in, or whatever. So keep those things in mind. If the consolidation movement is enough to move them all within 2 inches of the Star Weaver, they can embark immediately. So they have to all be within 2 inches, which means you have to get a really good roll. But still, it's very tactical. I like it. The third one gives you the special ability of, they gave the Crusader special rule in any model, Dark Eldar or Eldar as well, within 6 inches. So Crusader, what that is lets you get an extra D6 to your fleet move. So think about that. If you got 1 that lets you fleet and assault, and now you got 1 that gets you an extra D6, I think it also gives you an extra D3 to your combat result too, as far as how far you go. So there's that. Man, that's pretty good too. Then number 4 is let's see, you get all units in this formation with fleet special rule can run and charge, but it's a little bit less restrictive. It's more like a squad level kind of formation rather than an army wide kind of the first one is. So it's kind of cool that they make it a big kind of all encompassing one and then a small one if you just want to take it on a smaller level and you don't want to base your army around taking that sort of thing right there. Then the Way of Heroes, which is the 5th one, they get Infiltrate, Shrouded, Stealth, but no other unit. They can't join any units, and they cannot be joined by other units as well. So 1 Death Jester, or excuse me, 1 Solitaire, a Spirit Seer, and Death Jester, it looks like. So that's kind of cool. I don't exactly know, based on what we know right now, how tactical that is, but it's pretty neat. And then you've got the last one, gives you may reroll failed cover saves while cheeking with units from this formation. And the formation is 2 units of Sky Weavers and 1 Void Weaver. So, wow, that's pretty good. I mean, most people are going to be taking that, I would imagine, in a Harlequin, and now you get to reroll your failed cover saves when jinking. Pretty good. So, the formation's definitely looking good. I hope to see more information. Like I said, the Codex is going to be out. Definitely, if you don't know if you're going to get it, you can always get the e-versions. There's the iBooks, and then you've got the EPUB that's available on Black Library. But keep in mind, too, you want to support your local game store in most cases, so you might have to wait it out. It is what it is. Nobody's sure at this point. This is just those sort of things. Sometimes we don't get our TV shows because of strikes. Sometimes we don't get our sports. Sometimes we don't get our Toy Soldier books, I guess, right? It's just the way it is. So no big deal there. So If you haven't already done so, definitely subscribe to this YouTube channel. I definitely super appreciate all the subscribers we get here on Spiky Bits. But also, head on over to 40K Longmore. That is another channel that we are doing with Kenny from Next Level Painting and Juice from Force Narrative. We're going to be doing an exclusive channel that is going to have battle reports, like much grandiose scale than what we've done in the past, you know, as far as like content and presentability. And also, we're hoping to do some more live battle casts. Now, we used to do battle casts over on Force Narrative. We just haven't had the time to do it. You know, life kind of took over for us. You know, things here and there, but we are definitely looking to start that up again. But we need your subscribes to that channel. There's going to be exclusive content as far as like tutorials and other things between me and Kenny over at Next Level Painting as well. So please go over there, subscribe it, definitely click the link that I'm going to throw up here, and you know, head on over there, drop a subscribe. If you haven't already done so, well, I highly encourage you to. We definitely need that sort of support over there because we got some big plans, and I think everybody is going to be very much impressed with what we got going on. That being said, that's about it for this particular show. It went a little long. Sorry about that, guys. What we have lined up this week is some more tutorials. Just one. Looks to be on Fenrisian Wolf / Cyberwolves. Kind of airbrushing, super easy tutorial. I'm sure you guys will definitely come to appreciate that one. It's super easy to do. You just need some line painting skills, a dry brush, maybe an airbrush, but it definitely gives you some ideas of how easy it really is to paint, you know, fur basically. If you haven't done so, definitely check out the blog, spikybitsblog.com. We just got a new template up over there. You might not even notice. It's very subtle, but hopefully it loads faster for mobile phones. A lot of people are complaining about that. And we know you guys are watching, you know, during work or at school, and you know, it was a lot of technical stuff, but we got it done. Hopefully it's, fingers crossed, still working right now. So head on over there and check it out. And of course, listen to the podcast, forgenarrative.com. And thank you so much for all of your patron support. I cannot thank you guys enough for that. It's been pretty awesome. You know, we're definitely on, you know, on a definite goal of getting some real big stuff going on around here. And, you know, if you haven't already and want to lend some support, click on the link, because there's lots of good things to be done with our video tutorials and features here at Spiky Bits. So that's it, guys. I hope you have a good rest of the week, and check back here soon for more from Spiky Bits. Spiky Bits.